Welcome to the Jill on Money Show. It's Thursday, December 8th, and we are here trying to help you make better financial decisions. I know even with just a few weeks left in the year, I'm asking you to still ask us questions, to relieve yourself of any burden that you feel, to maybe not necessarily go back and correct the past, but maybe just look forward. And I do think that's such a great thing that you can do at this point, that you don't have to kick yourself for what you did or didn't do in the past, to think about what you can do now. And so if you have a financial question, we encourage you to go to our website. It's jillonmoney.com. Click the Contact Us button, and you can complete a form and we'll answer your emails. If you would like to join us on the program, just check that box. Mark does everything else. He's so fabulous. While you're on the website, don't forget you can pre-order the new book. It's called The Great Money Reset. And when you pre-order right now, you will secure a spot to join us for a live online webinar Wednesday, February 8th at 7 p.m. Oh, and also, if you pre-order now, you get a signed bookplate for each pre-order you make. So that's kind of cool, too. Check it out. It's all on the website. Right now, I think we're just going to do some emails. It's that kind of show. And this is from Tina, who says, "Hi, Jill. I've been listening to your podcast, and I'm learning so much. Thank you for all that you do." Well, thanks for saying that. Okay, so here's the question. It's about factoring anticipated inheritance into retirement plans. With your callers, you never ask about inheritance. That's probably because I don't think most people get them, but that's right. You're right. I should ask about that. I usually say, like, is there any dependents or anything? I should turn that around and make sure I do ask about that. So I'm going to do that from now on, Tina. Thank you. All right. So here's the situation. Tina says, my parents are in their 80s. They've got a very clear plan for what my sisters and I will be inheriting: a business, a beach house, retirement savings. They are in assisted living, and that's all covered by their long-term care insurance. So, although the investments fluctuate, we can be pretty confident of the anticipated value of our inheritance. Why don't you ever ask about that? And should I not be taking this into consideration when thinking about retirement plans? Thank you again. No, you should totally keep this as a factor. I think it's silly to ignore it if there's something real. Generally, unless it's like a sizable amount of money, I don't like to factor it in because I always get nervous. Like, well, maybe your parents have their long-term care taken care of, but what if they needed additional care? I don't know. I get very nervous. But obviously, if you're the beneficiary, say, of a trust, or you know there's going to be a piece of real estate, yeah, of course, you can factor that in. It's just that we don't know when they're going to leave that asset to you. So it gets tricky. But yeah, I mean, you could certainly do it, or you can maybe do something more conservative and say, you want to take a discounted amount for that. But anyway, yeah, you should factor it in. And I'm going to ask about it more. So thank you, Tina. Jenny writes that she's a new listener and she's enjoying the pod. She says, I need some help figuring out in what order I should be contributing to different types of retirement accounts. I just started a new job and they only offer a simple IRA with a 3% match. I want to prioritize Roth and post-tax dollars as much as possible. I've been contributing to a Roth IRA through the back door for the past couple of years. I think I'll need to stop if I have the simple IRA account. Is that true? Yes, it is, actually. So that is a big time drag. And I'm sorry about that for you. For some of you who don't necessarily realize this, that simple IRAs, they're usually at smaller firms. They have contributions, in the 12, 15,000. I think next year it's 15,500. But that's the IRA that kind of screws you up for the pro rata rule. So, that's a bummer. Now, here's the question. She says, I was thinking of contributing to the simple IRA up to the 3% match and then contributing to a post-tax brokerage account. Do you have any other suggestions that would be advantageous come retirement? Thank you for everything you do. You help your listeners become financially secure. Well, I guess my message is really to your employer. And it's like, skip the simple, can you just have a 401k? But that's not in your hands. I think contribute to the simple up to the match, then use a brokerage account, make your investing tax efficient. Sounds like you're in a fairly high tax bracket. It's really tricky because we know that so many people want to use a Roth version of the retirement planning toolkit, but if it's not available, it's not available. So I would go up to the match. I would then probably just put the money into a brokerage account. And again, try to be tax efficient. That would be helpful. All right. Sandy says, I am 62 and thinking about retirement soon. With the market conditions, would it be smart to take my Social Security early for the income I need so that I don't need to touch my retirement accounts right now while their balance is lower than it was a year ago? Oh, I need to know so much more about you. It really depends on how much money you have floating around. I hate taking Social Security early. I hate it because your benefit is permanently reduced, Sandy. And so if we can possibly avoid that, I really would rather you do that, even if it means taking some money out of your retirement accounts now. So I'd love for you to follow up. Tell me how much money is in those retirement accounts. And maybe it's not the worst thing in the world, but I always like to encourage people, wait till you're full retirement age. And that will help you keep that nice, robust Social Security payment intact. For everyone else listening, if you can even wait to age 70, you go even further. You get almost an 8% increase every single year. You wait till 70, of course, predicated on your specific situation. Okay, this is from Anonymous. They've got 4 rental properties from Anonymous. A value of $1.7 million. There's $1 million owed. There's a positive cash flow of $1,000 a month. All right, it's not that much, but I think it's because there's a property manager. Yes, $800 a month. All the mortgages are 30-year fixed rates, and they're at 3%. Also, there's a recreation cabin, $300,000. I think no mortgage on that. And there's a primary residence, value is $1 million, $700,000, 3% 30-year fixed. There's money in a 403B and there's money in a 457 plan. So about $500,000 between those two. And Anonymous puts $18,000 a year in a 457 and an additional $24,000 in cash in savings. Spouse puts $5,000 per year into a defined contribution plan with employer. $160,000 in cash. Anonymous makes $210,000 a year, 53 years old. $1.6 million in life insurance. Spouse is 52, $115,000 per year in salary, $1 million in life insurance. Sounds like they're covered. That's good. 2 14-year-olds. No college savings per se. No inheritance coming from any family member. Oh, this is so funny after I just talked about inheritance. Okay. If I work to 59, I get a defined benefit of $90,000 a year with a cost of living adjustment. If my spouse works till 58, $30,000 in a defined benefit. They've got the estate documents. Okay, here's a question. Are we on track if we need $200,000 per year in retirement income? Well, I mean, you have 120 right now, so you're pretty close. I am not sure about, are you asking me, are you on track to do it if you keep all the properties as is? I'm kind of feeling like, yeah, of course you're on track. If I could free up some of the cash that's in those investment properties. And you're probably going to be fine. You do have $500,000. You'll keep putting money away. You work for 5 more years. It's all good. But, just to be clear, gang, what you should be thinking about in terms of what your money can spin off for you in income, it does fluctuate, right? Because they're going to get $120,000 in a benefit. They need another 80. I don't know. You didn't say whether or not you get Social Security. I'm not sure just because of the nature of the assets you own. It makes me think that maybe one of you might have a windfall elimination. I don't know. So if you have Social Security, maybe you're really part of the way there and it's no big deal and then it's a no-brainer. Without Social Security, I don't know, because I don't know if you need $200,000 net or pre-tax. I don't know if you are willing to sell some of your real estate or not. But I think you're pretty close. I don't think that's the big deal. The question about saving for college, Anonymous says, how should we save for college? Afraid of putting money we'll need in 4 years into the market in case it goes down. I still might use a 529 plan because you can just use either a cash account or a very low risk account. yes, the kids are 14 years old. You'll need the money in 4 years, but you'll conclude the needs over 8 years. So I still might want that. Or again, you could sell some of this real estate and have money to use for college. But I need to know a lot more information about you. I'm sorry. What a pain I am. Okay. This is from another Jill who says, at the end of the show that Jill was aired on, which regarded her divorce and her financial future, you asked the listening community to metaphorically put their hands on my back in support of me. And she said, I really, really appreciated that sentiment. You both, meaning me and Mark, are doing good things, and I'm grateful for you, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Happy holiday season. Isn't that so nice? I want to hug all of you. I really do. And it's, some people are going through hard times this holiday season. Some people have lost family, relatives. Some people are celebrating their first year without somebody. So you never know what people are going through. So yes, you should put your hands metaphorically on people's back, and you should be kind to each other. And that's what we kind of espouse here at the Jill and Money community. So do that, please. Pretty please. All right, that is it. That is the program. And we are quite grateful that you listen all the time, every day. Maybe not every single day. Maybe you let them pile up. But we are so grateful for you. And if you need to contact us, you just go to our website, jillonmoney.com, click the Contact Us button, and of course, let us know if you would be willing to come on the air, and then Mark will do everything else. You can sign up for our free weekly newsletter on our website. You can pre-order my new book, and you can get all sorts of fun stuff, lots of content floating around the website. So do that. Okie dokie, lift someone up. Grit, growth, grace. Thank you for listening. We'll talk to you tomorrow.